Relations Commission meeting. Will you do our roll call, Lauren? Do you mind?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mr. Major,
Major, yes. Sorry.
sorry, Ms. Holycross,
Present.
Ms. Bill Lobos,
Present.
and Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis has been excused, right? He called and he has a prior engagement. Yep.
And that
Make
is
sure that that's excused.
our current members.
All right, so I'm gonna call approval of the November 12th meeting minutes.
Approve.
All right,
A
second.
second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. And we'll go on to initiatives. I can report briefly on the MLK Beloved Community. It was a wonderful event. I think it was well attended. We had a couple bugs because of the weather, but it wasn't a big deal. The speaker stopped working, but people had to talk to each other. That makes a beloved community. We got to pray for the officers. We heard some amazing Little Troy Junior citizens and their outlook on Martin Luther King and equality. Had my heart filled. It was amazing. And then we did a call out for more community members to join. I think we had 7 people hit that QR code, and so Ms. Gosser's working on connecting them. We will have a change of guards. I'm going to step back and allow our former HRC representative and my pastor, Cherie Brown, head next year's Beloved Community team. And I will continue to participate as a teammate and as the walk person. So, any questions about the event?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it was great. Honestly, I thought it was. So let's see, what else do we have here? So Mr. Keller did not renew, but that's okay. His term was finished, so we wish him all the blessings. And I know that our mayor is looking for and interviewing actively other team members. I think that's all we had in regards to initiatives. We didn't have anything else. I know that Chris Manning reached out to me in regards to the Walking Black History Tour.
Oh.
And I'm connecting her with African American pastors and or people of interest that would like their voice to be the voice of the walking tour. So we're working on that now. And we're also meeting on the 27th. Chris Manning, myself, I think Maurice is coming as well. And we are working on cultivating African American history and artifacts for the Juneteenth event. I can tell you that I know that the Juneteenth event was awarded a grant for the America 250 from the Visitors Bureau. And so they're going to have a 3-day event, and it's going to honor funk and jazz, I believe. Nice. So they'll have a concert at the Hainer. They have this huge art display that I believe will be at the Hainer all month long. And then we'll have our traditional Juneteenth celebration. So I just attended that. So if anybody has time or the desire to jump on those meetings are normally Mondays at the library or at ITW.
Are they online?
I think they have online, well, actually they had online at the library too, so yeah, there is a link, so you don't have to physically be there. But you're more than welcome to participate in those. And that's really all I have in regards to initiatives. Oh, well, I'll save this for public comments. We won't, but it might be unless, do you feel this, we need to talk about this for initiatives? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, next meeting dates, when would you guys like to meet again?
Quarterly.
Quarterly? Okay. Is it easier to just have our new management analyst send out some times and dates?
I can do that.
And we have a new management analyst. Do you want to introduce yourself to the team?
Yeah, I'm Taryn Smith. I am replacing Salome as the management analyst in the Service and Safety Director's office. She is still working for us. She's just in the development department now. I haven't been to one of these yet because I just graduated, so I had class normally on Wednesdays.
Okay.
But from now on, you'll see me and maybe Lauren every once in a while.
Yeah,
Well-
definitely. Awesome.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Your introduction was my only, public comment, so
Oh, I'm
you were
so
saved
sorry.
from my
I mean, you
public
can do
comment.
an introduction for
I'm so
me.
sorry.
No, that's really okay.
So if you want to send us out some quarterly dates,
Okay.
that would be great. I
Yeah.
feel like we've traditionally met on Thursdays, but obviously we have the ability to meet on Wednesdays. I prefer Wednesdays, truthfully, but again, I can be flexible for you guys. It's perfectly fine. So we'll just wait for those meeting dates, make sure Mr. Lewis gets them as well. And then we have commissioner member comments. You can do it under there. I will explain it. I'll do my best to explain. So I just got some cards, and again, I keep saying this. I just feel blessed that we're here, and I don't believe that this has been a situation yet. And I'm a big adamant person on don't start anything if there ain't anything happening. But in case, if this resource is needed, we do have, and we can leave some of these here. They basically are your rights. They are in Spanish, and in English. And I can read the English part, and Chief, if you have any comments or if you just want to see it later, because again, I am not like the law enforcement authority saying that this is the law of the land. I'm just trying to provide a resource that might dissipate any situation that hopefully we'll never have. But the card in English says, I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or hand you any documents based on the Fifth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution. I do not give you permission to enter my home based on Fourth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution unless you have a warrant to enter, signed by a judge or magistrate with my name on it, that you slide under the door. I do not give you permission to search any of my belongings based on the Fourth Amendment rights. I choose to exercise my constitutional rights, and it says these cards are available to citizens and non-citizens alike. So I did not pre-read this card. You could tell by my face expressions. I don't know if these cards would be helpful to an immigrant that's in a situation or a citizen that's in a situation or not. Maybe I'll just defer over and let the police figure out if this is accurate, because I would not want to put anybody in a bad situation. I believe that these are given out in Montgomery County to citizens.
Legal Aid and ABLE is providing.
Legal Aid and ABLE are providing these as a resource to hand out. So if you want to, you're more than welcome to come up and you let us know if it is something that we should hand out and if it can be helpful to people. Because it's always good to have helpful resources if they are in fact helpful.
Based on your reading of this, I would say it oversimplifies the law. And,
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend this because
Okay.
there are a lot of exemptions to search warrant requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And if an officer has one of those exemptions, whether it be exigent circumstances,
Okay.
so if there's an emergency, if there are flames coming out of your front window,
Yeah.
and we suspect there might be somebody in that house that needs rescued from a
Right,
house
right.
fire, we're allowed to make entry to try to save someone.
Okay.
So, that's just one example of an exemption. There's
Okay.
a plain view doctrine that comes into motor vehicles, where if I can see an illegal substance in your car from outside the window, I have the right to then search that car.
For sure. Okay.
So this kind of oversimplifies things, I think, and by doing that, the officer might have an exemption, and
Yeah.
by forcing this issue, I would be concerned that it may lead to a use of force incident, because if the
Okay.
officer knows
Yeah.
they have that exemption,
Gotcha.
and that they can use the appropriate amount of force then to complete that lawful objective,
Okay.
and like I said, it oversimplifies it.
Okay.
So
And
that's
This is for ICE only, ICE agents only. It's not for law enforcement. This is only for officers that yeah, only if you identify yourself as an ICE agent are these cards,
Is
and
it
they're aware of that.
is it something that you've seen prior? Is this like probably the first time you've seen? I've never seen the cards. either.
I've seen something similar, but not this
Okay.
specifically. And
Okay.
Sergeant Messerian's got an excellent point that it also, you know, if I see you commit a traffic violation, I have the right to identify you.
Yeah.
And so to be able to say that, you know, I'm not identifying you, handing you any papers like a driver's license or registration or proof of insurance.
Right.
You know, if somebody takes this card for what it literally says and says, I'm not handing you anything, well, and I have probable cause,
Yeah.
or even to a certain extent reasonable suspicion, which is a lower level of legal necessity to identify somebody.
Okay.
You know, this could lead into use of force, because if you absolutely refuse to not identify yourself, and I have a legal reason to identify you and issue a ticket or a citation or summons or even bring you to jail, now you're obstructing.
Okay, so then that's not something that we're gonna pass out or promote. Again, the question just keeps coming up, and, you know, what do you do? I'm blessed, and I'll keep saying it, we haven't had an incident to, like, even, you know, kind of use as a highlighter, so to speak. So again, it was a resource that was given that they felt was gonna be positive, but that's why we have HRC, so thank you that we didn't cause some issues that we
It
shouldn't.
almost kind of, and it reminds me of some of the things, and we do run into this occasionally, a sovereign citizen that believe that, you know, that the land, that the government here, the courts and the law enforcement don't necessarily apply to them.
Right.
Based upon a combination of internet hearsay and old English law and a few other things.
Gotcha,
But,
okay.
Yeah, it almost, not quite, but it almost kind of sounds like sovereign citizen kind of
Gotcha, okay.
information.
Well, we're gonna definitely not use those, so thank you for that very much.
But, you know, to Ruby's point, that, yeah, if you're not committing anything and it's what's called a consensual encounter, if the police officer just walks up and says, hey, how's it going today? You don't have to talk to them. And, you know, unless they say, listen, you know, you were violating the law, I saw you, it could be littering, you know, it could be speeding, it could be jaywalking. You know, or it might be something more serious, you know, then you have an obligation to identify yourself if the officer can specifically, it can't be a hunch, but it has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Reasonable, articulable
Okay.
facts.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, yeah. Whew, feel like we just avoided some stuff. That's great. Awesome. Yeah. Right, so now this is our public comment, so do you guys have any comments? As we don't have,
No comment.
no comment, no comment? No comments? Okay, perfect. All right, well then I move to adjourn this meeting and that's it, right?
Yep.
We're done.